Salutations and greetings. My name is Marge. You can call me Margie. I'm a Heyoka Wise Clown. Welcome to my tube. My sweatshirt's dirty. It's just stained. I worked on my big red truck in it. So there's power steering fluid puddles. A little bit of oil over here. I'm a mechanic. I fix things. I break them too. It's given me a lot of practice to fix them. Anyway, I hope this video finds you. My channel. I'm really excited about what I wanted to talk about. I didn't know if I was going to be able to sleep last night, but I actually did think I know I slept because I dreamt or lived in my my subconscious consciously. That's what dreaming is to me. The Velvet Underground. So, I did a preemptive, a surprise video yesterday. And the evening yesterday was Wild the Energies, man. If I was at all had anything in me that was asleep before yesterday, it is now awake. And they took the fucking alarm clock and chucked that shit. So I ain't hitting snooze. You don't get to hit snooze. That ain't an option for you. Okay, so yesterday my second video had to do with Robin Williams. I like it. I think I'm onto something. I got some serious downloads yesterday. Serious downloads. And so much, I mean, not to the point that, like, I had to run in, get my notebook, and take it outside with me, and just, I was channeling. If I didn't hate, yeah, I fucking hate it. I hate grammar police. So if I didn't, it's probably the scrutiny behind it. It's probably the people going, you're wrong about this and this, and oh yeah, I expected you to be wrong about this and this and that. That's why I hate grammar. It's because of the people that are fucking policing it. People ruin everything. The ones that I've had. But I've learned to overcome these idiosyncrasies that you have in other people. Alright, so this is what I came up with yesterday. You ready for this? I can't believe I didn't think of this before. You know how they talk about how the universe is spiral? Well, it is. It's like DNA. Picture it like DNA, how two strands of DNA twist. If you've seen it. You're not a football player, are you? Or a statistician? That's what I like to call him. A football player. Why did I say football player? That was dumb. That was not for me. Anyway, okay, moving on. But I want you to do this practice for yourself, because right now, Chiron is moving out of Aries in the 10th house into Taurus. Good luck to you. You're going to need it. It's been a rough 7 years for me. So, depending on when you were born, where the planets were when you were born and things like that, everybody knows everything is a pattern. That's why trends come back, and it's like bell bottoms always come back at some point. I'm expecting that any time now. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm not really watching fashion right now. I got other things to look at. But trends come back, music comes back, because people get reminiscent of where they were in the vibration of time, a wrinkle in time, the thread in time, as to where they are now. So make yourself a little timeline. But what I'd like you to do is to make it like this. Make your timeline like this, okay? Now what I did is, because the camera's backwards here, I tried to write backwards so you could see it frontwards, but then when it plays, it flips it back around, so then I got confused and saw a bunch of mirrors and stopped. But you get the idea. So what I did is I started here, because this is what I was led to do. In 1982, I was 8 years old, and do every 7 years, right? And you could put the little Chiron or whatever, you know, you can put any designator of what planet was in your chart at that time that you want, right? And so what I did was I went back, and this doesn't take very long, and just put like Think about where you were when you were 8 years old. I was on Manzanita Lane, the woman across the street. It was a particularly hard time. It rained a lot. We had a tin roof. It was cold, the concrete floors and cockroaches and stuff like that, so it was damp and dreary a lot. And the woman that, she had like a little shop across the way. It was like our house, and then it was a big open area because there was a strip mall right next to this this is on Bocelli Lane in Reading. And there's a vacuum cleaner place, and there's a big old huge dumpster. I used to dumpster dive all the time and make stuff out of stuff. And anyway, behind that there was like a little shop, like a little hairstyle place or something like that. Anyway, the woman's dude that she had been seeing had a different idea of things than she did, and he stabbed her like 11 times. We went out. We left the house for a little while, come back, couldn't go back in the house because the woman had been stabbed 11 times. She lived. But what my point is, the example of dissidence, right? And then you look up 1982 and look what else was happening in 1982. Around the whole world, it was like dissidence, right? And do that for every 7 years, and you'll see the pattern. And if you don't like the direction in which your life is headed right now, what can you do to break the pattern? Anything besides that you've done at any other points of time in this history? Anything different? Just the willingness to do that. Just the possibility and open and willingness to make your life different than it's always been because you keep repeating the same pattern. Now, fast forward that 7 years, 1989. Seems to me I remember that was the year my brother graduated from high school and went off to basic training in the Army Reserves. And 1989. And then he had to go down to Watts, California, because there was racial tension because Rodney King had been beaten. You know what? I haven't seen anything like the beating that man had on news today. So maybe things are getting better. Except these freaking assholes are just shooting people instead. Anyway, but do that timeline. Because there's a ripple. That's the whole collective ripple. Like when you throw a stone into a calm water and it goes bloop, and then the rings go out. Rings go out like a ripple. And then and this is verified by trees and vegetation, that you can tell that like where a tree is hit and something that's tragic has happened to the vibration, it puts a notch in it. It puts a notch in it, like tension, like that's how diamonds are made. Pressure, it changes the alchemy of something. Yeah, this stuff is cool, man, isn't it? I'm getting schooled too. I don't fucking know this shit. I need a dry erase board like Dennis. I saw Dennis is moving up. We're gonna be all professor. We're gonna be at fucking Hogwarts, dude. We're gonna be Hogwarts college professor teachers, dude. This is so fun. Okay, so what else did I write? Oh, thanks, Lana, for 81218. That was the date yesterday. Backwards and forwards and forwards and backwards. Is that a light at the end of the tunnel? Gee, I hope it's not a train. It's all what you tell yourself. Cycles repeat themselves. I got that. Oh. Yesterday, I got bored. Yesterday. See, because I said one time, I mean, up until yesterday, I said, I never get bored. And I'm laying there and I'm overstimulated with everything that I'm feeling. I did a little video when it was done. It felt like a kiss of 1,000 angels. And you can feel it too if you go outside and just like play in the water and then lay in the sun. And just that drying off to me, anyway, I love sensations. So, my train of thought, that bite's gone. So I guess I'm done then. Oh, I got bored. So I'm not as smart as I think I am. Maybe I just settled into the size that I need to be. I get real careful about my ego, because egos make people do just freaking shitty things. And I know people have said the things that I've done have been shitty, and I didn't even mean them to do. So I could imagine if I let my ego run rapid and freaking directed my shitty at somebody. Because I don't think it's okay to even think about these things, you know? I think about, I freaking look at somebody that's driving like an asshole and go, ticket, and then they get one later. I don't know when, but they're gonna get one. Because they drive like that all the time. Odds are it's gonna catch up with them. It's their karma. So, I think that's all I got. I hope you make your timeline. If you want to make your comments in below and support the channel in any way you feel fit. Feel free, free feelers. It's all about feeling free. I feel pretty free today. I hope you have a rad day. Peace.